Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity girls lacrosse contest here in the season opener of the 2025 spring season, with today's contest pitting the visiting Lions of Newton South High School against the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Well, the weather might not quite feel like spring just yet. Temperature reads about 40 degrees. We got a decent wind chill going here. Not a lot of sun as it's a very cloudy day. We had some rain earlier this morning. Supposedly we're supposed to have some again this afternoon. Hopefully we don't get any of that during this game. But point is, the weather outside might be a little more frightful than we would like for spring, but the show must go on regardless. And I think I'm going to switch my Wi-Fi network here, because it looks like we're having some issues. Give me 1 second here, folks. Okay, I think we're back. Apologies for that, folks. Had to switch my Wi-Fi network, but now it seems like we've got a good connection. Here's hoping that strong connection holds throughout the game here today. Of course, those of you who have followed my live streams before across other sports in some less than ideal weather, you know that if the Wi-Fi presents a problem and any key points of the game are cut out due to choppy Wi-Fi, then I am always recording these at the same time that I live stream them, and I'll have a full recording that I can post later tonight. But for now, we got a game on the horizon here, season opener here for the new girls lacrosse season. Brookline coming into this one, coming off of a 6-win, 11-loss regular season last year, but strength of schedule bumped them up to 18th in the Division I power rankings, earning them a spot in the state tournament. Things unfortunately did not go well for them in the MIAA state tournament Division I round of 32 against number 15 King Philip, as Brookline lost 11-3. So they are hoping to continue to build off of seasons past and see if they can make a deeper push. But they will be doing it without the services of their 3 graduating seniors from last season, 3 co-captains, Piper, Kelly, Kaylin Corain, and Abby Cooney, all graduated. Corain and Cooney both playing lacrosse at the collegiate level now. Kaylin Corain now playing at Denison University, while Abby Cooney is playing at Ursinus College. Just to hammer home the kind of talent that Brookline graduated last year, that 2 of them are playing at the next level. But still plenty of returning players for Brookline, and they're hoping to get their season off to a strong start here against the Lions of Newton South. The Lions, as we can see over here on our right, the visitors today, they went 3-15 last year, missed the playoffs, so they're trying to build their way up. And as you might be able to see on the scoreboard across the way on the other side of the field, we got a little less than 3 minutes before we get this one underway. So I'm going to read out the Brookline roster really quick. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get Newton South's roster, so I'll just be narrating their action purely based off of jersey number. But Brookline, I will be narrating based on names as I have their roster, and I'm going to go through that roster right now. Going in order of jersey number, this is your 2025 Brookline High girls lacrosse roster. First off, we have a junior defender, number 2, Sylvie Costant-Greeley. Next, we have a senior defender and co-captain, number 3, Sydney Bueno. A junior defender, number 4, Sasha Harwin. A junior defender, number 5, Scarlett Rothstein. A senior defender, number 6, Sophia Liu. A junior attacker, number 7, Amalia Lindgren Palm. A freshman defender, number 8, Gigi Hawkins. A junior defender, number 9, Elin Lindgren Palm. A senior attacker and co-captain, number 10, Birdie Hawkins. A freshman attacker, number 11, Emma Hassenstein. A sophomore attacker, number 12, Lily Kleinbaum. A freshman midfielder, number 13, Nia Karain. A junior attacker, number 14, Priscilla Hill. A freshman midfielder, number 15, Sophia Safar. A junior attacker, number 16, Clara Tebow. A junior attacker, number 17, Maya Schwartz. A senior attacker, number 18, Lauren Fish. A junior midfielder and co-captain, number 19, Maggie Tien. A sophomore midfielder, number 21, Serena Yankowitz. And a sophomore goalie, number 26, Karin Bueno. Head coach of the Brookline High girls lacrosse team is Juliana Malloy. That is the Brookline roster for 2025. And if I'm getting any pronunciations wrong, particularly for some of the newcomers this year, as we have a number of freshmen on this year's roster, if I'm pronouncing any names wrong, I encourage you to correct me either in the live chat or in an email. We've got a few spitting raindrops here during the pre-game. I'm hoping that doesn't ramp itself up into anything too bad, as just speaking as the guy with all the electrical equipment. But we will see. You can see the teams huddling up, getting ready to come out onto the field for the first of 4 12-minute quarters out here at Downs Field. We see the Newton South Lions in their blue jerseys with orange jersey numbers coming out onto the field. And now here come the Brookline High Warriors. White jerseys, dark blue jersey numbers with red outlines. As we see the team's two draw takers setting up for Brookline, it'll be number 19, Maggie Tien, taking the first draw of the season. Here we go, Warriors versus Lions to kick off the 2025 season. The first draw is won by Newton South, number 22, carrying the ball up into the attack area, passes it down. They're working their way behind the net. Pass was juggled but recovered to keep possession and not lose it out of bounds. Coming out of the back is number 14. Pass misses an open teammate, but it's chased down and recovered. They work it along the back once again. Looking around is number 7. Pass blocked. And a foul is going to be called there. Number 13, I believe, Nia Karain on defense there, applying some pressure. But the Lions get to keep the ball. Charging in, looking for a shot, and they score. Newton South first on the board there. And so the Lions strike first and have a 1-0 lead here in the first minute of the first quarter. Proves just how important winning those draws is so you can get possession as we set up for another draw take. This draw, flying into open space, chased down by Birdie Hawkins. So Brookline gets the possession this time off the draw. Hawkins runs it upfield. Pass it down to Priscilla Hill as Brookline sets up on offense. They work it around behind the net. And they start passing it around the horn. They work it up to the top. Tien with the ball, looking, fakes, and now floats a long pass over to Hill. Hill pass misses Birdie Hawkins, and Brookline turns it over. Tough start for the Warriors here. Surrendering a goal on their first defensive set, and then committing a bad turnover on their first offensive possession. Newton South, a long pass, too high, and it's going to be taken away, but dropped. Sylvie Costin-Greeley had it, but couldn't corral it. But now it's recovered by Brookline by number 12, Lily Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum throws it up to Karain, who passes it further up ahead. Working along the back, pass across to Hill. Hill from behind the net. Gives a pass over to Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum flips it out to Hawkins, gives it to Tien, who sets up top, gives over to Karain, and now around the horn they work it. Brookline looking for an opening, trying to tie the game up as they trail by 1. Kleinbaum coming around the back, and a whistle is blown. Might have been an off-ball foul there, I'm not sure. But either way, Brookline will operate out of the free position. No good shooting angle here. Kleinbaum, quick pass, finds a teammate who finds the back of the net. Beautiful passing for the first goal of the season for Brookline. Let's take a look at the instant replay there. Oops. So 1-1 tie. Oops, sorry. Just having a little trouble seeing who exactly caught that one. They made such a quick play of it. But I'll see if I can figure it out as we go. If not, I'll have to check it out later when re-examining the film. But the assist goes to Lily Kleinbaum on that play. That much I am certain of. Now Newton South, after taking control of the draw, they start running with it. Pass it upfield. They work it around. And it's bouncing, and they just barely recover it without losing it out of bounds. They keep possession. Lions trying to answer back after Brookline tied it up. Working around the back. Pass into traffic, missed the mark, and it's taken away by Brookline. Running up with it is Maggie Tien. Tien trying to go coast to coast with it. Tien's got an opening, shoots and scores. Maggie Tien gives Brookline the lead. When Tien has an opening and is able to take off with it, she is just so fast. And she showed it there, the defensive takeaway, and then she just took off and ran with it. 2-1 now, the Brookline lead here in the first quarter with just under 8 minutes to go in the first frame. Face-off is won, or the draw is won by Newton South, but a quick takeaway by Birdie Hawkins. Pass it up to Karain. Karain, pass deflected from behind, and Newton South takes it away. Some big defensive takeaways from both sides, and now Newton South takes control of it again. Running it across midfield for Newton South is number 7. Number 7 floats pass over to, I believe, number 8. Battling against the defense. No openings there. Pass it out to 22. '22 finds an opening, but the pass was too long, and the defense got in and deflected it. Lost out of bounds. And Brookline takes over. Pass is given to Karin Bueno. The netminder for Brookline, looking for an outlet pass, so Brookline can really get the possession started. Now makes a decision, throws it up, finds Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum being pushed to the nearest sideline, has to pass away, misses Sasha Harwin. But it bounces past the Newton South player, and it's picked up by Brookline by, I think that's number 9, Elin Lindgren-Palm. Lindgren-Palm taking it coast to coast herself and pass it out to Birdie Hawkins after getting it into the attack end. Good transition play by Lindgren-Palm. Hawkins gives pass over. Now a pass out to Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum gives it back to Tien. Tien across to number 21, Serena Yankowitz. Yankowitz across to Hill. Now around the back to Hawkins. Hawkins slips. Was trying to make an advance out from behind, but lost her footing, but now trying again. Spins a couple times, gets doubled. Now as the double backs off, she fights around, and the shot went over the crossbar there. Tried to float it around the goalie, got a little too fancy there and missed, but Brookline able to keep possession. Now they give it back to Hawkins, who floats it out to Tien. Tien to Kleinbaum now. Now they work it around once again. I think this is Hill who flips it over to Tien. Tien surveying. Looks like they're setting up an ISO for Tien on the right side. Tien passes, finds Hawkins, comes for a low shot and scores. Get ready to see a lot of that this season, folks. The connection between Maggie Tien and Birdie Hawkins, two dynamic offensive players for Brookline. And they have played together a number of seasons. They know how to find one another, and that's exactly what they did there. Hawkins from Tien as Brookline takes a 3-1 lead here in the first quarter. Just under 5 minutes left here in the first. Off the draw, they call a violation on Brookline and give the ball to Newton South. Number 22 runs it into the attack end for the Lions. Brookline's been struggling on the draw controls, but the defense has been holding pretty firm for them. Coming around the back, shot is high, well defended by Bueno in net to stop the shot attempt by number 12. Newton South keeps possession. Pass along the back. Number 12 looking again. Passes out to number 7. 7 trying to spin, the help comes, no openings. Floats a pass, finds an open teammate, but she gets swarmed by defenders. Number 22 couldn't get a shot off, but does get fouled, and so she'll have a free position chance here. A straightaway angle. This will be a big test for Corinne Bueno, her first varsity start between the pipes for the Warriors. Number 22 lining up for the free position shot. Charging in, shot was blocked. Great defensive crash by Sylvie Costant-Greeley to disrupt the shot there. Another whistle was blown against Brookline there, but it'll be further back on the free position. And number 11 whiffed on whether that was a pass or a shot, I don't know. But the loose ball picked up by Nia Karain as Brookline takes over. Another great defensive stand by the Warriors. Bueno passes up to Costant-Greeley, who passes up to Scarlett Rothstein. Rothstein running with it in transition. Passes away from the double team and gets it over to Maggie Tien. Tien pass up. Running across the front, a pass across to Priscilla Hill. Around the back to Hawkins. Now a pass across the back, and now back out to Tien. Now a pass inside, fighting through, and Hawkins somehow fights her way through for her second goal of the day. Let's take a look at the replay there. You can see just the fancy moves, the different angles that Hawkins is able to attack from. This is a player who's been such a great part of Brookline's offense going all the way back to her freshman year. And you can see the way her game has continued to develop, and she's continued to add new facets to her scoring abilities. 2 goals now for Birdie Hawkins off the draw. It's won by Brookline, but lost. Taken away by number 12. Number 15, Sophia Safar, had the initial draw control, but couldn't maintain control. That pass broken up by Tien, but recovered by the Lions. They work it out to the right corner. Charging in a pass to the middle, and a shot is in. (4-2). Now the score. As Brookline's scoring streak will end at 4 unanswered goals, Newton South answers back, makes it a 2-goal game. 3.5 to go here in the first. This draw into the air, and a whistle is blown against Newton South, and so they give it to Brookline. Tien passes it back to Hawkins. Hawkins into the attack area. Pass up to the corner. Around the back. Shot blocked by the Newton South netminder, but the loose ball chased down by number 11, Emma Hassenstein. Pass along the back to Hawkins. Pass out to Hill, and a whistle. This will be a free position chance for number 14, Priscilla Hill. First free position shooting chance for Brookline here, as we await the whistle. Hill charging in, shoots and scores. Priscilla Hill with her first goal of the new season. Able to get it done out of the free position. And it's a 5-2 Brookline lead. This draw is being fought for, and it's won by Newton South. Number 22 running up with it, getting sandwiched and fouled. Charging it off the free position, but the shot missed wide, and it's actually recovered by Brookline. The ball bounced right over to Sydney Bueno, who gets hit from behind and is able to keep the ball. Bueno pass up to Hill. Hill cutting towards the middle, trying to run in transition, finds an opening, and now gets fouled, but just keeps running with it into the attack area. Pass misses Hawkins, and Newton South takes it away. Now the Lions trying to get it out of their own end. Number 5 running with it for Newton South. Cross midfield into the attack area. Floats pass across as the Lions set up on offense. A spin move gets walled off there. More great defense from Brookline as number 14 recovers the loose ball for Newton South. Pass along the back. Looking is number 12. They keep it behind the net. Coming out of the back, no openings, and that pass misses. And the bounce picking up speed, but just barely kept in bounds by number 14. Those lacrosse balls, they get sneaky fast on those bounces. They try working it across the top, looking for an opening. Spinning around long, shot is saved by Karin Bueno. A long distance shot as the defense walled him off there, forced him into a low percentage look, but they intercept the outlet pass. Number 7, pass across, charge in, and that shot is in. 5-3 now the score as Newton South, off of that interception on the outlet pass, able to take advantage and put one behind the net. 1 minute and 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. And we've got ourselves a fairly close game here, 5-3, Brookline with the advantage. But Newton South, after giving up 4 unanswered goals, they're starting to make this a bit of a back and forth. The draw is being juggled and ultimately picked up by number 22. 22 has been so strong on those draws for Newton South as she passes over to 12. 12 over to 7. 7 looking for a cut. It's not there. Now trying to juke, and the help defense came, but not cleanly. That's going to be a foul. Free position chance for number 7. Pretty straightaway angle. Charges in, and the shot was blocked again by the crashing Brookline defense, and Bueno recovers the loose ball. Bueno, throw misses, but it's recovered by Costin Greeley, who throws it up to Tien. Tien now taking off with it, hit from behind, lost the ball, but that is the end of the first quarter. Our score at the end of 1, Brookline 5, Newton South 3. For Brookline, I unfortunately wasn't able to identify the first goal scorer, but after that, 2 goals from Birdie Hawkins, 1 goal and 1 assist from Maggie Tien, and 1 goal from Priscilla Hill. We'll be starting the second quarter really shortly, as it's a quick, I think, 2-minute break between the non-halftime quarters, which, being out in this cold, I don't mind the shorter breaks between quarters. The wind is relentless today. So we'll see how the teams adjust after the first quarter. Brookline with a 5-3 advantage. One of the big difference makers has really been the draw game. Brookline probably missing the presence of Abby Cooney on the draws, as Newton South has been winning most of them, but Brookline's defense has been standing tall, getting a lot of big stops. That's allowed them to take the ball back and get their own offensive chances and take the lead. Now as the teams switch sides, they set up for another draw. This draw tipped and collected by Hawkins. So Brookline starts the second quarter with a draw control, and now Hawkins bringing it into the attack area. Pass up, and they work it around the back. Now over to Hill and out to Karain. Up top to Yankowitz. Cross to Tien. Tien holds on to it. Looking around, pass behind the net for, I believe, Hill. Back out to Tien. Tien over to Hassenstein. Hassenstein gets walled off, passes it down to Hill. Hill cutting around behind the net. Hill gets walled off, passes it out to Karain. Karain up top to Hassenstein. Hassenstein trying to fight her way through and draws a foul. Emma Hassenstein, the freshman, setting up at the free position. Charging in, shoots high. Rebound being fought for and ultimately recovered by Hawkins. Pass over to Hill, who helped disrupt potential takeaway by Newton South. They work it back to the top to Tien. Gives over to Hassenstein, now over to Yankowitz. Yankowitz around the back. Back out to Hill in the corner. Over to Karain. Now over to Tien. Tien looking off a screen. Starts to advance, picks up speed, and draws a foul. Maggie Tien out of the free position. Bit of a limited angle here, but we'll see what she can do. Long shot is in. Maggie Tien just wound and fired the cannon for her second goal of the day. We've seen so many free position looks where players started getting disrupted by the defenders before they could get close enough to the spot where they wanted to take the shot from. But on that one, Tien just said, I'm just going to wind and fire right away, and it worked. 6-3 as Tien gets the first goal of the second quarter. Now the draw, and it's recovered by Hawkins again. Back-to-back draw controls for Brookline to start the second quarter as they move it into the attack area. Hill gives it to Tien, who sets up at the top, swings it over to Hawkins. Hawkins throws it up to Hassenstein. Around the back. And they swing it around. Give it back to Tien. Tien surveying. Players starting to congregate to set up a potential ISO play for Tien on the right side. Tien cutting around looking for a pass. Pass misses. Good play by the Newton South defense as Brookline was looking for that Tien-Hawkins connection again. The outlet pass was juggled, and Brookline takes it away. Karain able to recover that just enough to draw the foul, and now Brookline sets up on offense once again. Hawkins pass along the back. Hassenstein looking around. Gives out to Yankowitz. Yankowitz throws it out to Tien. Now they work it around the horn. Hill passes it back out. to number 7, Amalia Lindgren-Palm. Back to Hill along the back, flips it over to, I believe, Hassenstein. Around the back, pass out into traffic. Couldn't connect with Karain, and Newton South takes it away. The Lions now running in transition. Number 17, I believe it is, running with it. Brings it down around behind the net. Now pass it out as Newton South gets set up on offense. They trail by 3. Passing it around the horn. Trying to look for a spot to set up from. Now trying to advance from the back, cutting around. Shot was not enough juice on it as the defense clamped down again, and Karin Bueno able to make the save off the bounce. Bueno needs an outlet, though, so Brookline can start their transition out of their own end. Pass finds a target. That's number 16, Clara Thibault. Pass disrupted, but it's taken off the bounce by Hawkins. Hawkins into the attack area, throws it up to Lily Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum along the back to Hill. Back to Kleinbaum. Cutting across, looking for an opening, and nothing there. Flips pass over, they work it, miss. A missed pass intended for Hawkins, flies too high and out of bounds. Now Newton South trying to come out with it. Headed down the far sideline. Cross midfield, pass knocked away from behind. Great defense from Kleinbaum as Brookline in transition. Hawkins finds Tien. Tien across to Hill. Hill trying to cut across, charge in, shoots and misses. And it looks like Brookline wasn't able to get into position to keep possession. And so Newton South running with it again. Number 3 takes it across midfield for the Lions. Into the attack area. Covered by Gigi Hawkins. Passes it out to number 9. 9 pass crossed 12. 12. Ball's knocked loose, but not cleanly. They call the foul. Number 12 setting up in the free position. Charging in, fights off the defenders and scores. We've seen the Newton South players get disrupted by Brookline defenders crashing in on them in those free positions, but that time number 12 would not be denied. Four minutes and 13 seconds left in what has been a very low-scoring second quarter. Just one goal for each team here in the second frame. They set up for the draw. And this one deflects and is picked up by Tien. Brookline's been doing much better on the draw controls here in the second quarter as Tien passes up to Kleinbaum, and Kleinbaum scores. Lily Kleinbaum from Maggie Tien. As Brookline goes back up by 3, answering right back once again. Kleinbaum with what I believe is her first goal of the day. Tien with her second assist. Off the draw. Both players in the middle missed it initially, but now it's taken off the bounce by Newton South's number 17. Got swarmed, but the foul was called, and Newton South keeps it. 17 pass up. Quick movement around number 22 with it. Pass finds a player behind the defense, and number 12 answers right back for the Lions. We've got a real back and forth affair going on now here at Downs. Ever since Brookline scored 4 unanswered goals to go up 4-1 back in the first quarter, it's been back and forth between these two teams. I don't think either team has scored more than 1 unanswered goal since that big streak by Brookline back in the first. Off the draw, grabbed by Tien. Tien, long pass, finds her target, that's Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum pass behind the net. Looking around, pass across, I believe that's Thibault. Gives it to Kleinbaum. Out to Tien. Tien gives it to Karain. Back to Tien. Looking around, going around the back. Ball's flipped to, I think, Thibault. Pass into traffic is knocked down, but the loose ball recovered by Thibault. Now a pass out to Tien. Tien over to Birdie Hawkins. Hawkins setting up from a distance. Starting to approach. Moving to her left. Pass finds Tien. Tien fighting through defenders and scores. Set it back in the first quarter. I'll say it again. Do not underestimate the connection between Maggie Tien and Birdie Hawkins as Tien scores her 3rd goal of the day. Eight to 5 with just over 2 minutes left before halftime. Off the draw, it's picked up by the Lions. Running with it is number 13. I believe this is number 9 from the back corner there, passes along the back. That pass lost. Number 5 trying to pick it up and does recover it for Newton South. And the foul is called on Brookline there. Lions will keep it. 5 gets the pass up to 9. 9. Pass it to the back. And a pass finds number 22, who puts it in. The back and forth affair continues as once again Newton South cuts it back down to a 2-goal game, and I might have jinxed it a bit talking about how low scoring the first 8 minutes of this quarter were. As now both teams have scored 3 goals in this quarter. Off the draw. Blow the whistle against Brookline. It'll be Newton South ball. Number 13 running with it, and a foul called on Brookline. And they need to reset the free position there because Brookline was too close. Number 13 running with it. Whistle blown again. Now Newton South sets up in the attack area. Number 7 spinning. Looking, lost the ball. But recovers it. G.G. Hawkins knocked it loose, but number 7 recovered. That shot high from Newton South recovered. Coming around the back, number 7 looking for the shot and puts it in. Newton South now with 2 unanswered, the first scoring streak since those 4 straight goals by Brookline back in the first. And now we've got ourselves a 1-goal game with just 12 seconds before halftime. That goal, a big momentum shifter for Newton South. Off this draw, it's pushed towards the Newton South net. Hawkins gets hit from behind and whistle is blown. They're not going to have time to get set up. Or are they? No, they're not. There's the horn for halftime. Our score at the half, Brookline 8, Newton South 7. We got ourselves a close game here. Remember, this game opened with Newton South scoring the first goal and then Brookline scoring 4 straight to take a 4-1 lead. After that, it was a whole bunch of trading goals back and forth. But then with Brookline leading 8-5, Newton South scored 2 unanswered to close out the half. And now here's where we stand with a 1-goal game. During this halftime break, I'd like to take a moment to tell you about our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Food Pantry. The Brookline Food Pantry provides groceries to Brookline residents in need of food assistance. The pantry has been serving an average of 650 households each week, and they are always looking for more people willing to lend a hand, whether through monetary donations, direct food donations, or volunteers in the pantry. Food donations can be made at United Parish at 210 Harvard Street in Coolidge Corner on Wednesdays and Fridays from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Monetary donations can be made online at the food pantry's website, brooklinefoodpantry.org. Go online or call 617-800-5339 for more information about how you can volunteer with the pantry and help feed your community. Once again, that's brooklinefoodpantry.org or call 617-800-5339. And you can find all that information in the description section down below. But for now, it is halftime. It's a short halftime break here, just 3 more minutes on the clock. So I'll just stick here for now. All right, there is the horn for the end of halftime. 12 minutes back on the clock for the third quarter of play here of what is turning into a very tight contest between Brookline and Newton South. Getting some slight spit and rain here. And continuous cold and wind. No sun on this cloudy day. And now he's set up for the first draw of the third quarter. Off this draw, loose ball. Still loose and picked up by the Lions. Number 7 picks it up. Newton South will get a chance to tie if they can score on this offensive possession. Number 7 floats a high pass, completes it to number 5, who runs it into the attack area. Flips it over. to, I believe, number 12. 12 steps back, looking. Pass over to 7. 7 spins, fires a shot, no good. Not sure if that, I think that bounced off the post. They call a foul on Newton South, and so Birdie Hawkins gets to take off with the ball. Hawkins trying to put Brookline back up by multiple scores as she passes it along the back. They sail it back out to Maggie Tien, who throws it across to Emma Hassenstein. Hassenstein looking around. Still looking. Pass could not be collected by Yankowitz, and a foul is committed by Brookline on the loose ball. As the rain's starting to come down, I'm going to have to cover my laptop with a jacket. So score updates are going to be a little tougher, and I don't think I'll be able to show any more replays here. Apologies, folks, but I got to keep my equipment safe as it's getting wetter out here to go along with the cold. Out of the foul, a pass almost lost by Newton South, and another foul called on Brookline as they were trying to keep up the pressure there. Newton South resets with it. Pass bounced over to number 8. 8 gives it to 3. 3 pass up the middle. Now running with it is 13. 13 pass deflected and taken. The loose ball picked up by Tien. Now Tien running with it in transition. Tien lost her stick. And no foul called as Newton South takes it back. 12 pass juggled by number 13. Trying to pick it back up. She's struggling to control it. And the loose ball taken back by Tien. Oh, but they called a foul on Brookline there. And so Newton South will take it back. Possession flipping back and forth between these two teams in this critical juncture in a one-score game. Number 3's pass bounces away from its target, out of bounds. Brookline takes it back. Brookline holding it in their own end. Pass goes back to the goalie, Karin Bueno. Bueno winds and fires a pass, and off a bounce, it's deflected forward, and Birdie Hawkins lost her footing, went sliding, but it's picked up by Newton South. They lose it, but not cleanly. Foul called. Stays with the Lions as they pass back to their goalie. Outlet pass misses high. Off the bounce. It is a foul against Newton South as Maggie Tien gets to take off with it. Tien running up, gets around the defense, charging in. Too much defense, couldn't get a shot off. Floats pass across and finds Emma Hassenstein. What a huge goal for the freshman. Emma Hassenstein off the assist from Maggie Tien puts Brookline back up by multiple scores. And in her first career high school game, Emma Hassenstein making an impact there with that one. Nine to 7, the score. as it took almost 5 minutes of the third quarter for either team to score here in the third. Off the draw, it's picked up by number 7 for Newton South. Sprinting up with it, trying to answer back, get it back to a one-score game. Pass. And the ball's lost. And a foul called from behind as Serena Yankowitz took the ball away. Yankowitz pass intercepted by 12. 12 over to 7. 7. Couldn't quite get around Sydney Bueno on that one, so she tries coming around the back. Still not there. Ball's lost. Fighting for it. Whistle blown. And the violation called on Newton South. It'll be Brookline ball. Running with it is Elin Lindgren-Palm. And lost it. Popped out of the pocket. Picked up by number 17 for the Lions. The game getting intense here in the second half. Pass gets to number 22. Number 22 along the near sideline. Bounces a pass over to 7. 7 trying to approach. Almost lost the ball, but keeps it. Pass out to 22. 22 gives it over to, I think, 9. 9 approaching. Not there. Retreats. Gives it over to 7. 7 looking around. Pass to 14. 14 looking around. Battling with the defense. Flips pass. Misses. And who's got it? Brookline's got it. Picked up by the Warriors. Running with it in transition is Tien. Tien gets hit, and a foul is called. Tien gives over to Karain. Karain over to Yankowitz. Down to Hawkins along the back. Out to Hill. Back up top to Tien. Tien's pass misses Hassenstein, and they save it in bounds, but there's a Newton South player waiting to take advantage. Still battling for the loose ball, and it's lost out of bounds. And Brookline gets to take it back. Hassenstein over to Hawkins. Hawkins pass back to Karain, around to Tien. That pass misses Hill. And again, it's kept in bounds, but again, they're battling for the loose ball. And still loose. And it's picked up by Hill. Brookline, a couple of lucky recoveries, but again, another pass misses. Hard to keep the crisp execution in the midst of all this rain. Oh, no, I think we've got an injured player down. Looks like the injured Newton South player is back on her feet and walking off on her own power. That's good to see. As it stands, it is a 9-7 Brookline lead with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the third quarter. It'll be Newton South ball out of the injury stoppage. Lions working it down that far side, getting walled off, and no foul as Brookline takes the ball back. Hassenstein gives to Tien. Tien trying to weave her way through. Tien scores! Maggie, as Brookline now goes up by 3. Looks like the Wi-Fi is taking a hit here in this bad weather, and I apologize for that. I'll have a recorded version uploaded later tonight. Ugh. 10-7. 7 is the score. Here on this wild, wet, windy day. Off the face-off. A whistle is blown, gives the ball to Newton South. And a loose ball being fought for, still battling in the chaos, and it's picked up by Hawkins. Hawkins throws a pass up, finds Hassenstein, who gets walled by the defense. And the foul is called. Emma Hassenstein, who had the big goal back when it was a one-score game, now setting up in the free position. And she's just going to pass it back to Nia Karain, who then gives it over to Hawkins as Brookline gets set on offense. Pass out, ball's lost. Taken back by Newton South. Number 17 running with it for the Lions. A foul is called on Hawkins. And I think nope, they're gonna set it up after the foul call. Just over a minute left to play here in the third. Newton South trying to get back in it. Sprinting up with it, the shot missed. Missed it wide, and it goes out of bounds. We'll stay with Newton South. Or no, they blew the whistle for a foul. It's going to be a free position chance for the Lions. Charging in, shot missed, wide again. Might have been redirected by Karin Bueno. Stays with the Lions. Number 12 gives to number 7 now. Back to 12. They work it around the back. Cutting across the top, trying to battle through the defense, and the foul is, or no, they called an offensive foul, and that is how the third quarter is going to end. Our score at the end of 3, Brookline 10, Newton South 7. And really, hats off to the Brookline defense, allowing no goals in the third quarter after Newton South cut it to a one-score game before halftime. And now Brookline 1 quarter away from a season-opening victory. Two big goals for Brookline in that third quarter, one by the freshman Emma Hassenstein, and then another by Maggie Tien, who is having herself quite the day so far. I think 4 goals and 3 assists is her current count. Like I said, my stat keeping is kind of took a hit when I had to throw my coat over my laptop to keep it safe from the rain. Weather has not been kind to us today, but it's been a doozy of a game at, as, a nice reward for all of us braving the elements out here. And I hope it's been a nice enjoyment for those of you watching at home, despite some Wi-Fi complications from time to time. "12 minutes on the clock for the fourth and final quarter of this game. Current score, Brookline 10, Newton South 7. First draw of the fourth quarter is won by Brookline as Hawkins catches it out of the air. Hawkins gives to Tien. Gives it over to Crane. What Brookline wants is a long offensive possession and a positive offensive possession that ends in a goal. If they can kill a significant amount of clock here in the fourth while holding a multi-goal lead, that can put them in a really good position to win. Tien spins off her defender, throws it over to Hassenstein. Hassenstein looking around, pass in, shot is in. Birdie Hawkins. So not a very long possession, only killed 54 seconds off the clock, but it ends in a goal, which is what... Off the draw, it's picked up by number 7 for Newton South this time. Pass up, and a shot missed wide. Out of bounds, it stays with Newton South. Pass out to number 12. 12 approaching. Covered well by Sasha Harwin. No openings there. From behind the net, she's looking. Pass out to 22. Now out to 9. Resets the top with 17. 17 trying to approach. Gets around one defender. The help arrives, but a foul is called. The help was a little late, and so the primary defender had to be a little overly physical. Now number 17 out of the free position. Charging in. And walled off by Karin Bueno. Hesitated a little too much on the shot, and Bueno read it well for the save. Lions keep it and stay on offense. As 17, after recovering her own stopped shot, gets the pass out. Now they work it around to 22. Getting doubled up. Trying to cut around. Shot is in. Limited angle on a double team, and 22 did not care as she puts that one in. To cut the lead back down to 3. (11-8), the Brookline lead with 9 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock here in the fourth quarter. And off the draw, it's won by Tien. Tien surveying her options. Walks it down around the back. Okay, we had a brief dropped connection there, but it looks like we're back. That's good. I think it was Emma Hassenstein who got hit in the head by that shot. And so she's going to step out and get looked at by the trainer. In the meantime, a free position chance for Brookline. Thibault charging in. Shot goes off the foot of the goalie. And so now Newton South takes it back. The outlet pass juggled, and a whistle blown against Brookline. Newton South keeps it, but they miss the pass immediately. Loose ball picked up by Hill. Hill gets hit as Brookline keeps possession here. Hawkins pass along the back. Kleinbaum with the ball. Passes behind the net, and Hawkins slips and falls again. Wet turf gets real slippery. Brookline resets with Tien. Pass down to Hawkins. Looks like Brookline's trying to set up an isolation package. Hawkins going right to left. Pass wide open. Tien scores. Bread and butter, peanut butter and jelly. Maggie Tien and Birdie Hawkins. They connect once again, and Brookline is back up by 4. I believe that is 5 goals today for Maggie Tien. 7 minutes and 4 seconds left to go here in the fourth, as Brookline leads 12-8. Off the draw. Chasing it down in open space is number 7 for Newton South, who brings it into the attack area. Looking around, trying to spin off her defender. The help's right there, knocks the ball loose. They're still battling for it. And it's ultimately recovered by number 12 for the Lions. Foul called on Brookline there. Bit of a distance here for the free position. Number 12, Serena Yanko. Hill sprinting with it. Keeps sprinting through the foul, flips a pass up forward, and that pass intercepted by the goalie. 5.5 to go here at Downs Field. Brookline leads by 4. Number 22, pressured by Kleinbaum, and the whistle is blown for the foul. Now number 22 taking off with it. Pass, finds 7. 7, bring it up, trying to cut around, finds an opening, and stopped by Bueno. A wide open look, and Karin Bueno with a big save there. Loose ball recovered by 17 for Newton South. They work it around to 14. Now they work it down around behind the net. Looking for the pass, misses. Trying to hit a teammate cutting towards the net, but missed, but they get the recovery again. They reset with number 7 at the top. Number 7. Looking, trying to cut across, getting around the defense, and she scores. (12-9). With 4:13 on the clock here in the 4th. Draw is won by Tien. Tien walking up with it, pass up. Kleinbaum gets fouled. It'll be a free position chance for Lily Kleinbaum. Kleinbaum walks up and scores. Lily Kleinbaum out of the free position makes it a 13-9 score. Brookline back up by 4 as they respond once again. 4:05 to go. Draws up in the air, knocked down, whistle blown, and Newton South gets to take it. Into the attack area, 22. And a foul called on Brookline, and they're just going to run through it. 22 hits a wall, steps back to reset. Passes away to 7. 7 looking around, trying to spin, not there. Tries to spin again, and a foul is called this time. It'll be a free position for number 7, a bit far back. Perhaps too far for a shot. And so she just sets up. Gives away a pass, cutting across, slipping and falling. Loose ball picked up by Brookline. Running with it now is, I believe, Sydney Bueno, number 3. Runs through the foul, pass misses a couple players, and it's picked up by Newton South. And another foul, and it'll stay with the Lions. Into the attack area go the Lions, but the pass misses off a player's foot. And again, the loose ball recovered by Sydney Bueno. Just over 2 minutes to go here in this one. Brookline up by 4. Of course, goals in lacrosse can be scored very fast. Brookline trying to put a bow on this one. Bueno gets swarmed and just opts to run through the foul. Pass juggled and lost, taken back by the Lions. Number 3 running with it, getting swarmed, passes away. Off the bounce, it's juggled but recovered by 14. 14 running up with it. Tries a shot and it missed wide. It'll stay with Newton South. Good help defense there by Brookline. Just over a minute left. And a timeout is called by Newton South. With 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go here at Downs Field, Brookline leads 13-9. Brookline seems like they'll be well on their way to a season-opening win, led by a stellar performance from their co-captains, Maggie Bad. She came through with a goal that put them back up by multiple scores, and they haven't looked back since. Since the score was 8-7, Brookline has outscored Newton South 5-2. And it has them in their current spot, up 4 with just over a minute to go. Out of the timeout, we'll see what kind of offensive attack the Lions have drawn up. Looking, pass into traffic, juggled. Chaos for the ball, and the foul called on Newton South, and Brookline comes away with the ball. Big recovery there by Scarlett Rothstein as Brookline now passes it up quick. Maggie Tien going to run it across midfield. Less than a minute to play, and Brookline has the ball and a 4-goal lead. Tien long pass up, cutting across is Tebow, lost the ball. And they call a foul on Tebow. And so Newton South will take it back with 30 seconds left. Running with it is 5. Running through the whistle. Floats pass over to 7. 7. Spinning. Looking, long shot is in. With 10 seconds left, Newton South cuts the lead down to 3. But that will not be enough. You can score pretty fast in lacrosse, but you can't get 3 goals in 10 seconds. So while Newton South does at least get to double digits, Brookline will come away with the win here today. Off the draw. Number 17 trying to pick it up, could not. Rolls up to 12. And that is going to be your ball game. The final horn sounds and Brookline takes care of business on their home field to start the 2025 season. The final score, the Brookline High Warriors 13, the Newton South High Lions 10. Well, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for tuning in and joining me on this wet and windy day out here in late March to open this spring 2025 season. I'll actually have one more Brookline High game today, as after this I'm heading right over to Schlentz Gym to cover the boys volleyball season opener against Boston Latin Academy, if you want to try and tune in for that one. But for now with this one, if you enjoyed this broadcast, despite all the difficulties we had with the weather, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams for the spring. If there's anything you'd like to say after the live stream's concluded, you can say it in the comment section down below. You can also go down below to the description section of this video where you can find the link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Food Pantry, and also some information relating to me, my personal website, jessesports.com, if you want to find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or you can skip past all that and email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. And don't forget to follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Brookline 13, Newton South 10 from Downs Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.